You can see Salt Lake City behind me is booming, with many neighborhoods sprawling across the valley floor. But experts say that home ownership is slipping out of reach, and rent is becoming unaffordable, leaving in its wake a housing crisis. As one of the fastest growing states, Utah has seen home values explode, up to 44% in just 2 years. That boom has busted family budgets, pushing the average home price over $500,000. The problem boils down to economics: too many buyers and not enough product. Nationally, there's a shortage of roughly 6 million homes.
Most people who are renting here in Utah are spending over 50% of their income on housing.
Zoe Newman with the Utah Housing Coalition sees a vast growing difference between what people earn and what they need to afford a home.
From 2020 to 2025, that housing wage has grown $10, over $10. That is insane.
Over the past 10 years, mortgage payments have more than doubled in major U.S. cities, driven largely by higher interest rates. According to the National Association of Realtors, only 1 in 5 households can afford a medium-priced home in America, the lowest share in decades.
It's not just sort of building affordable housing, it's building housing that the average household, especially people buying for the first time, can afford.
Professor Simon Stevenson, an economist at ODU in Virginia, explains the very definition of affordable housing no longer applies only to the poorest. Today, even average families are struggling, whether it's qualifying for a mortgage or competing with a surge of all-cash buyers.
There aren't that many sellers because people are reluctant to sell. If they locked in, whether they bought or refinanced 4, 5, 6 years ago, when rates were down, to around 3%, you're not going to sell unless you have to.
The lack of affordability is also delaying generational milestones, as many young people put off buying a home or even starting a family.
People are buying later, whereas sort of say in the 60s, 70s, people were settling down and marrying earlier. So people were buying a home. My parents, my dad was 24, my mum was 23, they bought a house. That doesn't happen. People are marrying later, but the affordability issue is playing a big role.
Among those hardest hit are seniors on fixed incomes and people with disabilities. For those who can afford it, Stevenson advises now could be the time to act. With demand cooled, prices could climb again as soon as rates fall.
If you could afford to buy now, then you can refinance in 3, 4 years' time, reduce those monthly costs, and I think you're in a better position.
For many families, however, the American dream of homeownership is shrinking. Without policy shifts or a market correction, experts warn that dream will continue to slip further out of reach. Reporting in Salt Lake City, Brody, CBN News.